What you doing? Oh, not now. Still got the top half of this to finish, 2 more summer dresses, and not to mention making something awesome for the next Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. Summer dresses? You do realise it's the middle of September already. I know, but I'm so far behind on my sewing plans, and it's all so pretty, and there's still going to be sun though, isn't there? Isn't there? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Ripper Seams. But yeah, August, super busy in so many ways. There's been birthdays, there's been anniversaries, there's been parties, there's been barbecues, there's been school holidays, there've been holidays. All the things happened in August, but it's been a great month. But despite the busyness, there has definitely been some sewing, so I'm excited to show you what I've been doing. So what I might do is just cover off my ideas for the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge so I can get stuck into that. And then I might show you a few little sewing goodies that have come to stay with me. And then we'll wrap it up with my more recent makes as well as take them all out for a spin on the backyard catwalk. So let's get stuck in. So it is the third and final installment of the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge, and this one is all about making an outfit suitable for hanging out around the Mediterranean. Obviously myself and the other Busy Bee challenges have had a lot of fun over the last couple of months with their makes. First of all with the mystery pattern challenge along with the upcycle ones last month. That was a heap of fun and I've really enjoyed watching through all the other videos, just seeing what everyone made. So this month will be really interesting to see what everyone's plans are. So when I think of the Mediterranean, my brain automatically goes to the south of France, basically because that's where most of my holidays in the area have been. We're talking Nice and Cannes and Villefranche-sur-Mer, Saint-Tropez, all those areas. I absolutely love the Côte d'Azur, as do my girlfriends, because normally when I go, I'm always on a girls' trip with them. And whilst we're there, it is very much nice casual walks along the water, but mainly just sitting around drinking Prosecco or Aperol Spritz. Definitely one of my favorite types of holiday. So for this challenge, I want to make something that will fit right into that holiday vibe. And I've had a couple of patterns and some fabric just staring at me from my stash, just willing me to be made. And I think it's about time to take some action. So my problem is I have 2 options and I don't know which one to make. So I thought maybe explaining them here might help me cement my thoughts around it, but perhaps you can go and give me a comment down below to tell me which one you think I should make. Now I haven't made anything by Vogue yet, but now I have no choice because these are the 2 options I'm considering. So my first option is Vogue 9311 and I'll pop it up properly here. So this is a very easy Vogue pattern. It has got 2 very clear styles on there. One is kind of more of a midi dress with a ruffle at the bottom, but what I'm interested in is View B, which is this lovely full maxi dress with the balloon sleeves and quite a deep V on there. This dress just has fancy beach holiday written all over it and I'm all there for that. So I do like the other options of this because it does have a tie back, which means if it is a little bit roomy, you can kind of cinch it in at the back, which I kind of like the idea of that, especially when you're eating yummy food. And there's also a nice slit at the front as well, which I think, again, get that air flowing on a hot day. Clearly impractical for the current weather we're heading into here in the UK. I'm still going to make this up no matter what, just purely because I'd love to have it in my wardrobe and just be able to pull it out and say it's ready to go next time there's some warm weather. So yeah, this is my first option here. I love the fact that it says very easy Vogue. I've not done a Vogue pattern before, like I've said, so I'll be very interested to see how easy it is. If you have made this pattern before, please do leave a comment down below with any hints and tips. I will be definitely paying attention to the finished garment sizes here. So this pattern does call for a crepe or a linen blend or a nice floaty fabric like viscose or rayon. So yeah, I'm going for a nice floaty viscose chalet, which is this beautiful, beautiful green fabric here I picked up from Spotlight in Australia. Got 4 meters here and I just love, love, love this shade of green and this hint of little lime flowers in there as well. I think this dress is just going to look stunning in this. So yeah, this is option number 1, which is the Vogue 9311 in this beautiful green viscose chalet. Let's take a look at option 2. So option number 2 is Vogue pattern V2025, which is this one here. I'll put a better picture here. So I obtained this one at the start of summer. I really, really love it. There's 2 different views, mainly the difference being the sleeve types. One's sleeveless, the other one is with this nice kind of floaty sleeve cap here. Now the one I'm thinking of is View A, which is the sleeveless one. Obviously that's going to be nice for hot weather. It does have a cheeky little cutout piece around the waist there. Now this dress here is a lot more fitted than the other one. The other one's quite good because it had a tie on it, so it's a little bit more adjustable. This one here is more of a fit and flare, definitely not fitted, a zip in the back and everything. This one here also recommends the same fabrics as the other dress. So what I've chosen for this one is this beautiful Nerida Hansen viscose chalet, which is Mr. Beardy in this very light pink colorway with the lovely purple bearded irises with this hint of neon green in there. So this is super, super floaty, and I just think this fabric is really, really nice. Very summery, and I think definitely very Mediterranean holiday in the south of France. So there we go, two very different fabrics, although two dresses which aren't too dissimilar from each other, just one's a lot more complicated and lined than the other ones. So yeah, there are my two options I'm thinking about. So part of my brain is telling me just to make both of them, but I think I'll start with the green one first and see how I go, especially since it's listed as very easy. And if I do somehow miraculously finish that one up and I still have time, then we might go on with the slightly more complicated V2025. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. Which dress do you prefer? Should I just go straight for the Mr. Beardy fabric and bypass the green one, or maybe the other way around? Maybe you want me to make both, or maybe you think both of them are a bad idea given we're about to go into winter. I don't think that last option is an option, so one of those has to be made. They're my choices. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I've got some stuff that will make my sewing journey a little bit easier and definitely a lot more fun. So let's see what I got. And first up is my brand new Elysian iron, which is the bright and colourful tulip pink version. Like I said, a little bit more fun. And this iron makes me very happy for multiple reasons. Now, this is obviously not sponsored. I've paid for this for my own money and is a little treat for myself for getting through 20 YouTube videos. I thought I'll get myself an Elysian iron. I love the functionality of this with the automatic pick up and put down. I don't seem to need to fill this up as often as my last steam iron, which used to guzzle water in the steam mechanism. And I really like the fabric selection on here. So overall, I'm very happy with this. And oh my God, the cord length of this thing is amazing. And what makes everybody laugh in this family is it says, please don't feed the fish on the bottom of it. So yeah, this is my new iron. I've been definitely doing a lot more ironing since I've got it, so it can't be the worst thing. My last iron I had for over 10 years, it was a 20-pound Wonder iron from Tesco back when my daughter was first born, and it's definitely seen a lot. It was starting to spit out some pretty nasty stuff on a regular basis. So yeah, time for a new iron and also that new ironing board cover. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll put a link down below. And next up is another gadget, and it is something which I have been eyeing off for a very long time, but I just seriously thought it is too expensive for what it is. I even have been hunting them down on eBay. I almost bought one the other day for like 40 odd pounds in an auction. This is one that had been used. But then Sew Direct came out and said that their bias tape maker machine had dropped down to 55 pounds. And sold, man. I went straight in there because these are normally like 128 pounds to buy new. Again, I've purchased this with my own money. Sam at our sewing social a few months back actually brought one in and showed us how it works, and I've been dying to try it ever since. And since they dropped the price down so low to something that's a little bit more reasonable, yeah, I've gone in there and purchased. I haven't opened it yet. This has literally arrived today. So I'm very excited to start learning how to use this and make my own bias tape. Watch this space to see how I go with it. Now, what I found really, really funny and a little bit confusing when I first opened the box, this is the box here. And the packing that they used to keep it all safe and protected was actually old sewing patterns. So I don't know if this is like second sewing patterns, but I think great way of recycling. So yeah, it's a whole entire sewing pattern for simplicity 8723, which is a teen adult make or something. So I don't know if this is patterns which are not selling, or maybe it's a misprint or something. But yeah, there you go. I've got a whole bunch of pattern pieces here arrived. I don't think it's a complete pattern, but yeah, what a great way to probably use something that was probably sitting around, maybe getting thrown out, and use it as packing paper. So yeah, if you've bought a bias tape maker, let me know if you got the same type of packing, because I thought that was genius. Right, so those are the gadgets that have come my way, but I have a little bit of fabric as well. Now, I have been extremely good at not buying fabric in the past month. Now, these things that I did get are exceptions because it's all fabrics which I don't currently have in my stash, kind of special occasion fabrics, and for things that I'm looking to make towards the end of the year. So this first fabric caught my attention a few weeks ago when we were in Milton Keynes getting new school shoes for my daughter, but we took a little detour outside. They have market stores out there and they have 2 fabric stores. Now, I've totally forgotten which store I got it from, but I did get this beautiful, beautiful sequin fabric here, which is in this lovely pinky peachy color here with these kind of iridescent sparkles on it. Now, it is actually a kind of velour type fabric with the sequins on the top, but it is incredibly sparkly, and it was £9.99 a metre. So many different colours, it was hard to choose, but we thought that this one here would be my colourings in particular, and a nice and cozy sparkly colour to kind of get us through those winter months, but also special occasion wear. So I've got 2 meters of this, and the reason why I wanted it is, now I know that they did this on the Great British Sewing Bee and it was for kids, but I love a sparkly bomber jacket and I've always wanted one, but they've always been out of my price range and stuff, so I'm going to make myself one. So I'm going to use New Look 6545, which is this one here. I think it's a really nice style. Obviously it's got the contrasting cuffing on the neckline, the cuffs, and also the hem here, and with the zip at the front. So yeah, so I'm going to tackle making this particular bomber jacket out of this fabric. Now, you probably can't see in the camera so much, but the sequin here actually throws off a real iridescent minty green. So what I've ordered is some mint green cuffing with a gold stripe running through it, which I think will be a really interesting and fun contrasting color to this sequin here. So totally not going to make it in a sensible fabric first. I'm going to give myself a challenge and see if I can make it up on this. I'm really excited to give sewing with sequins a bit of a go. I know there's definitely some tricks to sewing it. Watch this space to see how I get on with this particular jacket. Now, this next fabric I've got is also one which has a bit of a glitz and glam element to it, and that is this beautiful teal knit fabric which I got, which is kind of got very, very sparkly. It's almost like a foil effect, but it's got this black running through it as well. So it's kind of like a 2-tone, lovely knit fabric here, very, very stretchy. Now, I got this in mind for making up New Look 6782, which is this one here. And I talked about this in a previous video where it is a 2-piece set, which I think has got some lovely ruching detail up the sides, as well as like a long midi length skirt as well with the split on the side. So I thought that pattern in this fabric would kind of give that really nice, slightly elevated party vibe. So the only drawback about this fabric, and probably why it is a good idea when you can to actually go and feel and touch fabric, is that it is quite thin and also a bit see-through. So if I'm going to make this, I might have to consider lining it. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not, and I should maybe choose a different fabric. But I have this fabric now. I have 3 meters of it. So if I'm not going to make that, maybe you can give me a suggestion on what I might want to try with this one. Now, the next couple of fabrics is where you can clearly see my brain go, oh my gosh, summer is practically over. I need to probably start thinking about making clothes for the cooler weather. And that's where I ended up buying some knits. And whilst it totally wasn't on my agenda to make some tracksuit pants, my brain says, let's make some tracksuit pants. Now, I've not sewn with French terry before, so I bought some French terry. Now, I bought some cheap French terry because I've also not made tracksuit pants before. So I thought, if I stuff it up, let's use slightly cheaper French terry than going straight into the good stuff. So I bought 2 lots of fabric from Pant Fabrics. One of them, I have a finished pair of tracksuit pants, which I'll show to you shortly. But then I also got this really cute wolf pattern here, which is kind of lovely wolves with lots of stars and suns and a few kind of little bunches of leaves and berries. Now, I bought this fabric because my daughter is absolutely obsessed with wolves, almost as much as she is with dragons, and I thought that with what I've got left over from making tracksuit pants out of this, there's probably going to be enough to make a sweatshirt for her as well. So yeah, this is the reason why I've got this one. Now, the only other fabric that I've purchased, it was a complete impulse buy when I was in Hobbycraft, but as soon as I saw it, I couldn't go past it, especially given the retro vibes it was giving off, and that is the Flower Child jersey fabric, which is what the Crafty Pie Brogan brought out. And I just absolutely love this so much. It is really, really my colors, that retro vibe. And as you can see, I've made an Elysian bodysuit out of it. So with that, let me show you what I've made in the last month. So So first up, I made an Elysian bodysuit, which is this one here, and it just came out of left field. Seriously, bodysuits, I thought I left them back in the 90s, never to be revisited again, but I've seemed to have become a fan of them of late. Now, this is the second bodysuit I've made, and I was surprised I made the first one, let alone a second one, but both times they've turned out perfectly. Now, this one in particular, I hesitated a little bit because there are no snaps in the groin area, which is normally very, very helpful, and you do have to get into this one from the top. So I must say off the bat, it's probably one of the more annoying bodysuits I have, but it is so comfortable, it fits really well, and I just think the shaping on it's really, really nice. So I'm 2 out of 2 when it comes to the bodysuits. So the Elysian bodysuit, of course, is made by Pant Company. I bought the PDF last time the patterns were on sale at 30% off, and I thought it was one of those ones which I would just put off to the side and I might make at some point. But as soon as I picked up this crafty pie fabric, I knew straight away that I had to make this bodysuit and do it pretty quickly. Yeah, because ever since I had it, this one was just staring at me going, make me, make me. And you know me, whenever things start talking to me in my house, I generally have to follow through, otherwise they just won't shut up at me. So yeah, I made this bodysuit and I'm so glad I did. Now, I did grade this pattern from a size large from the top and waist down to an extra large down around the hips, and that worked out perfectly. I also did the longer cuff detail, which I really, really liked. And on top of that, I did all the top stitching that it recommended as well. I can tell you now, I'm definitely going to make more of these over the cooler months because I am hooked. So much so that when I picked up my bias tape maker, I also picked up a Simplicity 8513, which is a whole bunch of bodysuit variations that I want to try. I really like the variety of different bodysuit versions I've got there, both with sleeves and also necklines. This one has quite a low scooped neckline. My other bodysuit is a square neck. This pattern here has options for a much higher neck, as well as kind of more of a crew neck, as well as the different sleeves options. This pattern also has snaps in the groin area, which makes it easier to put on and off, as well as go to the bathroom in, which is always the big challenge with bodysuits. So what I might do with the Elysian next time I make it, which I will definitely be doing, I'll probably just lengthen the pattern piece just so I can accommodate some snaps in there going forward, because you know, anything that's going to help you go to the bathroom easier is going to be a win, really. Because that's the only downside of the Elysian, is that it is fully stitched up in that area, and yeah, could do without that. So let's get some ratings for the Elysian bodysuit. Then I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 for the instructions. Pant Company, impeccable with their instructions, both written and also their videos as well. Did not have a problem whatsoever. So yeah, very, very happy with the brain friendliness in that case. When it comes to fit, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. This fits me like a glove, exactly fits as per the sizes they provided on what to sew to, so I can't really fault them on that at all. I did the right thing by grading it, and I will continue to do that going forward. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for fit. Overall lovableness, I would love to give this a 5 out of 5, but I'm going to give it 4 out of 5, purely for the fact that you have to step into it to get it on and off, and it's a full takedown when you need to go to the bathroom. So yeah, would love to put snaps on there. I'm going to do snaps in future just by lengthening the pattern a little bit and folding them over and adding snaps. So yeah, when I do that, this will definitely go up to a 5 out of 5 in future. But overall, a very great success. So if you have not tried making a bodysuit yet, or have maybe ruled it out completely, give it a go. You might be surprised, but I'm definitely leaning more and more into it, and probably even more as the weather gets colder. Now, what I have been wearing it with are my new Hudson pants, which are by True Bias, and man, this was again another random make. Obviously, I had a need to get some new cozy clothes, so a jersey bodysuit and some tracksuit pants just suddenly appeared on my makes list. So happy with this pattern and how it turned out. It was so easy to make. I haven't sewn a lot with jersey, and both this Elysian bodysuit and these pants have just totally nailed it for me on how easy it is to sew with jersey. It was all done on my machine. You didn't even overlock it at all, and I'm just so happy with the results. These tracksuit pants, I've been wearing non-stop. In fact, I have to put them in the wash now because I just keep wearing them over and over again. Yeah, really, really nice stretchy waistband. We've got lovely pockets on the side here. We've got a nice tie detail. It's actually a hoodie tie, which I got off Amazon, along with some metal kind of toggles at the end. And I wanted tracksuit pants that had a cuff on the bottom, and this is exactly why I chose this pattern, plus the fact that a lot of people have recommended this and it had good success making the Hudson pant. And you know what, I can see why. These fit me like a glove. I did not have to make any alterations whatsoever. Can't remember off the top of my head which size I made. I think I made the size 12, but I'll put it up on the screen here. And I'm so pleased these turned out, because I have a huge problem with buying tracksuit pants because they're either a bit too bulky or they're a bit too long. Most of the time they're too tight on me. So the fact that I can make my own tracksuit pants and have them fit me so perfectly straight off, I'm so happy. Bodysuits and Hudson tracksuit pants for the win for this autumn winter. So I think that's going to be my uniform over the next few months. Absolute wins. So with that in mind, let's check out my new cozy autumn winter wear on the backyard catwalk. All right, we have got 2 pieces on the catwalk today, so let's cover them off. Obviously, we've got the Elysian bodysuit along with the Hudson pant, and very happy with both pieces. So this Elysian bodysuit, we have got a lovely big wide scoop neck, and then it's got some lovely shaping under the bust, and top stitching detail, pretty happy with. A nice stretchy waistband on the track pants, as well as a nice tie. I love how they taper down, and we've got a really cute cuff at the bottom. These are just really super snug and very stylish, and they fit me like a glove. Didn't have to make any alterations. So altogether, these are a good combo set, but ultimately the bodysuit is going to be a really great layering piece going forward. So yeah, looking for some nice long layers, shirts, cardigans and stuff to wear with it. And tracksuit pants, yep, I'm definitely going to be making some sweatshirts for those as well. So if you haven't tried either of these, I'm really pleased with them. So yeah, definitely give them a go. All right, so ratings for the Hudson pants, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 brain friendliness. I did not have any problem at all putting these together. I think my brain going into it thought it'd be difficult, but it actually wasn't, and I'll definitely be making more. So yeah, give these a go. For a fit rating, again, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. These fit me like a glove. I didn't have to do any adjustments whatsoever. It's stretchy French terry fabric, so that obviously helped. There's nothing about these tracksuit pants where I feel that it could fit me a little bit better. Again, it's loungewear. I'm not over that fuss, so I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. Overall lovableness, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, and that's just purely because of the color I picked. I think the pink's great because I don't have pink tracksuit pants. I just don't think the shade of pink is the right one for me, so I'd love to try this in other colors, at which point I will probably definitely push those up into the 5 out of 5 happy otters. But the other thing too is I've gone and put these metal toggles on, and they're really noisy. So if you're in the UK and have a good source of tracksuit pant cords and toggles, let me know. I'd love to find an alternative version here. This one's a little bit too thick. I got these off Amazon, so if you know of a better source, let me know down in the comments. So my next make is one that you might have seen a little sneaky peek of in my last video where I upcycled those 3 t-shirts. And that is my Darling Rangers dress by Nielsen. I have this finished. I've had it finished for a few weeks and I've been wearing it so much. I love it, I love it, I love it. As you can see, it's this beautiful deep red color with this hints of kind of ochre and bright pink and light pink and a little bit of teal in there as well. Absolutely beautiful bright colors, and yeah, this sewed up like an absolute dream. So I ended up making the teeth length version with the straight sleeves that kind of went down to the elbow. Now I actually was meant to make it a shorter sleeve, but I forgot to cut that off, and you know what, absolutely love it. So I have absolutely no qualms about it. Now a few videos ago when I was talking about my plans to make this dress, I mentioned that I had the perfect buttons on there from Liberty. Now it just so happened that when the make was finished, I was getting ready to put those buttons on. They just looked too small for the dress, so I had to go for an alternative button, but pigeon wishes for the wind, and I ended up getting the most perfect matching buttons, which often pigeon wishes do. And I ended up going for these lovely ones here, which are almost the exact same colorings as what is in my dress. So these buttons blend in absolutely perfectly in there, and yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better result. Now I love the tie on the back of the dress, not entirely practical, but good having that option to cinch it in if you need a little bit more shape, but I kind of just leave it just loosely tied at the back. Pockets are great and well hidden on this dress. So I have worn this into work, I've worn it out for drinks. It looks really great with trainers and a denim jacket. And I can imagine as we go into the cooler weather, this with a chunky cardigan and some boots or a coat is just gonna look really, really nice for autumn, winter as well, these colorways. So this is definitely a dress which is going to see me through most of the months of the year just by styling it up a bit differently. Now, did someone say backyard catwalk for this dress? No, they did not. So here it is. Here is the backyard catwalk for the Megan Nielsen Darling Ranges dress. And isn't it so pretty? I absolutely love this fabric here. And look, I managed to avoid putting any suspicious placement of those flowers up in that chest area. So well done me. Lovely neckline on there, as well as the button placket and those buttons just blending in perfectly. I love the tie in the back, and look, it's got pockets. Gotta love some pockets in a dress like this. Sleeve length, I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't meant to shorten them, but I love how they kind of hit that elbow length there. This is going to look great in all season. Oh, look, there's my husband's finger. Good job. It's all happening here on the catwalk. So if you haven't made this dress, I do highly recommend it. I think it's going to be really, really versatile. So let's go give it some Ripper Seams ratings. So ratings for this one, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 for brain happiness. Just the instructions were an absolute breeze. Because the Darling Ranges dress has been around for quite a while, there's quite a few sew-alongs which you can follow as well if you need. Overall fit, went by the body measurements and the finished garment measurements on the pattern. 5 out of 5. This fits me perfectly. Overall lovableness, well, yep, like I said, absolutely love the dress. I'm going to be wearing heaps, already have. So there is going to be 5 very happy, lovable otters for this dress. So yeah, 5 all round, absolute winner. So if you haven't made this one yet, give it a go. The one I've made here is made out of a poplin, but I'm very much looking forward to trying this out in a viscose as well. So yeah, we'll definitely make this one again. So when it comes to works in progress, obviously I have to prioritize the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge because time will definitely run out. So that will be my main priority. However, I am halfway through another Friday Pattern Company make, and that is the Saturday skirt set. I've actually completed most of the skirt, and I've made it out of this lovely calf facet cotton sateen, which I've picked up from Rainbow Fabrics. Now this is quilting back cotton, but who cares? It's a really bold pattern, but I really love the colors on this, and I just thought it would make a real statement as a coordinating set. So yeah, this is the skirt for my Saturday skirt set. Pockets are all in, ready to go, the elastic's in. The only thing I have to finish off is the hem here, and of course I've got to finish off the top as well, that tie front top. I just need to zip it through my sewing machine. So yeah, that's hopefully going to be finished very shortly. Well, thank you very much for joining me here today and learning about everything I've been up to or what's coming up next. Please let me know down in the comments below what you think of my Busy Bee Sewing Challenge options and which one I should go for. Convince me that I should go easy, because yeah, I know how my brain works. I'm going to go for the hard option and I'm going to regret it. So yeah, please tell me to do the easy option down below. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please give me a thumbs up down below. And whilst you're down there, and if you haven't already, please also click on that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any future Ripper Seams videos. And with that, I wish you a wonderful week of sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.